Memorial Day funds.
I have a motion to make a request of $500 to the American Legion for conducting their memorial services. Do I have a second?
Second, President.
Thank you, Ms. Banco. Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ron Ackerman,
Yes.
Kathy Mel,
Yes.
Nicole DeFrias,
Yes.
Randy Lippstraw,
Yes.
Mark Hopler,
Yes.
Deborah Benko,
Yes.
Mike Snyder.
Yes.
Thank you. That resolution is passed. And does this go to the officer? Okay. Okay. Go to the clerk eventually. Also from the Ohio Division of Liquor Control, I have a transfer request from J.S. Harmer LLC, doing business as Harbor Lanes. It's going to Star Lanes at the Harbor Limited, doing business at Star Lanes at the Harbor. The address is 311 Buckeye Boulevard. The owners are John Lizzie and Jeffrey Lizzie. Mr. Snyder.
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion that we waive our right to object to the liquor transfer.
I have a motion to waive our right to object to this liquor transfer. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Lippstraw. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I also have an invitation to the Leadership Ottawa County Class of 2013's graduation. Actually, it's tomorrow night. If you would like to go, we had to RSVP a week ago. I'm sure if you'd like to go, you can still get in. If you'd like that information, you can get that from the clerk. I would entertain a motion to accept the correspondence as stated and include the Parks and Recreation and Cemetery Committee minutes of 4/9, the Finance Committee minutes of 4/16, and the auditor's report, which you received via email.
So moved, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. And a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Ms. Mel. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We will now go to the reading of ordinances and resolutions. I will entertain a motion at this point to add Resolution 13-2, Ordinance 17-13, and Ordinance 18-13 to tonight's agenda.
So moved, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. Do you have a second?
I'll second that, Madam President.
Thank you, Ms. Mel. Any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk call the roll?
Randy Lippstraw,
Yes.
Mark Hopler,
Yes.
Nicole DeFrias,
Yes.
Ron Ackerman,
Yes.
Mike Snyder,
Yes.
Kathy Mel,
Yes.
Deborah Benko.
Yes.
Thank you. We will add those to the new readings. On third readings of ordinance and resolutions, will the clerk please read by title and summary only ordinance 14-13?
Ordinance 14-13, an ordinance requesting the Ottawa County Municipal Court to authorize the city to establish a parking violations bureau and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance 14-13? Mr. Snyder.
Madam President, I'd like to move that we retain the emergency clause on ordinance 1413.
I have a motion to retain the emergency clause on ordinance 14-13. Do I have a second?
Second, Madam President.
Thank you, Ms. Benko. That was Ms. Benko. Okay. Any discussion on the retaining of the clause? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Mike Snyder,
Yes.
Deborah Benko,
Yes.
Mark Hopler,
Yes.
Kathy Mel,
Yes.
Ron Ackerman,
Yes.
Nicole DeFrias,
Yes.
Randy Lippstraw.
Yes.
Thank you. Does council wish to take any further action on ordinance 14-13? Mr. Snyder.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion that we adopt ordinance 1413.
I have a motion to adopt ordinance 14-13. Do I have a second? Thank you, Ms. Benko. Any discussion? Mr. Snyder.
Thank you, Madam President. The Emergency Services Committee met during the month of April during a regular scheduled meeting, discussed this ordinance, and has a recommendation to council unanimous that we adopt this ordinance. Would you mind passing that? Go ahead.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Mike Snyder,
Yes.
Deborah Benko,
Yes.
Mark Hopler,
Yes.
Ron Ackerman,
Yes.
Randy Lippstraw,
Yes.
Nicole DeFrias,
Yes.
Kathy Mel,
Yes. Thank you. Ordinance 14-13 has passed. We have no second readings of ordinances and resolutions. We'll go to new readings of ordinance and resolutions. Would the clerk please read by title and summary resolution number 13-2?
Ordinance 17-13.
No, resolution 13-2.
Resolution 13-2. Strongly opposing the passage of House Bill 5 by the Ohio General Assembly, which proposes uniformity measures for municipal tax income in the form of unfunded mandates and a substantial loss of revenue, and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on resolution number 13-2? Seeing none, we will move that for its second reading to the May 28th meeting. Will the clerk please read by title and summary only, ordinance number 17-13?
Ordinance 17-13. An ordinance authorizing and directing the Director of Safety and Service to enter into a dockage and wharf agreement with the Sassy Cell Charter Service and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance number 17-13? Seeing none, that will also be moved to the May 28th agenda for a second reading. Would the clerk please read by title and summary only, ordinance number 18-13?
Ordinance 18-13. An ordinance authorizing the Safety Service Director to apply for, accept, and enter into a water pollution control loan fund agreement on behalf of the City of Port Clinton for planning, design, and/or construction of the wastewater facilities and designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan and declaring an emergency.
Does council wish to take any action this evening on ordinance number 18-13? Seeing none, that will also be moved to the May 28th meeting for its second reading. Thank you. We will now go to business from the floor. Mr. Cotter.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a couple questions. First, I wanted to clarify a couple things with the law director. Currently, property owners out on Lakeshore Drive outside the city limits that are hooking up to that force main, the city's currently using a copy of the county's rules and regulations, to determine what type of pumps and what to connect out there. Doesn't the council at some point need to adopt rules and regulations for connecting to that sewer?
Yeah, with my understanding that once the things were finalized, they would all be presented to council at that point.
And from our meeting the other night, we were putting the rules and regulations together. We're going to give them to the committee.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, there's just been some question on that. The other question on that is, and I guess I talked with you, and there's been some disagreement between how the mayor's interpreted this and how I did. The city can specify, like the different specifications that a grinder pump system would need to connect to the line, but we can't necessarily specify the make and model. Is that correct?
Depending on the type of thing that it is, I mean, you can do make and model, but if they're general specifications, it would be that they have to meet certain criteria as to size, capacity, velocity, horsepower, those. Yes.
But I mean, at this point, can the city tell people they have to have a certain make and model?
I haven't seen the final plans as to what they're talking about in that regard. I know we have had some general discussion on what the standards are going to be. The other thing that I know you and I talked about was who would be responsible for those things and for the upkeep and maintenance. Last I spoke with the administration, I wasn't sure where that was going to end up. So I think that's the clarification I can give, I guess, at this time.
Okay. Thank you. And with that, the only other thing I have is Christina has something that she would like to. Sure.
The Finance Committee meeting is next Thursday, Tuesday, May the 21st at 6:30. All representatives from the Crown Leaving will be here to discuss the E1 grinder pump.
The representatives from Crown Leaving had asked to meet. They wanted to meet last month, and it was like a day before the finance committee meeting. They had called Mrs. DeFridas, and she, since I had been involved in this to begin with, it kind of came back to me. So they would like to be here next Tuesday at 6:30 to talk about the grinder pumps, the E1 grinder pump, and some options that might be beneficial to the people out there. So, and that's all.
Thank you. Mr. Ackerman.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Jamie and I are going to discuss some opportunities available for recreation for our youth. So if you have any children or grandchildren that are going to visit you this summer, the school system runs a variety of camps. And Jamie, what do you got over there for us?
Port Clinton High School coaches summer camps, Redskin boys basketball camp June 11th through 14th, and the PUCHS gym grades 3 to 8 from 8:30 a.m. to noon. Redskins girls basketball camp June 17th to the 20th in the PCHS gym grades 4, 5, and 6 from 10 a.m. grades 7 through 9 from 10 a.m.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Coach Paco Romero is running a soccer camp, and this is for kindergartners through grade 8, and this is June 17th through the 21st. And we've got the Piranha swim team. For those of your children and grandchildren who love to swim, you can contact Coach Diaz for that. That's more of a whole summer thing. And if you have any young ladies interested in volleyball, since I guess in this area volleyball is a female-only sport, where in the larger cities your young men are able to play volleyball as well. These are grades 3 through 5, and that camp's from 9 to 11, and grades 6 through 8 will be from 11:30 to 1:30. Obviously there is cost for each of these camps. If you'd like any more information about these camps, please feel free to contact Jan Gluth, who's the Director of Student Staff and Community Development for Port Clinton City Schools. And you can reach Ms. Gluth at 419-732-2102, extension 8. And any other information you'd like on that, you can find at the school's website, www.pccsd.net. Jamie, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it. Madam President, thank you for your time.
Ms. Banko.
Well, I'm sure if there were enough young men who were interested in playing volleyball, then the school would, and the city would be happy to accommodate them.
I would hope so.
Okay, Nathan here is acting as the chair of the City Council Planning and Development Committee tonight, and he has a special meeting announcement for us.
A special meeting to discuss.
The microphone.
No. A special meeting to discuss the Lighthouse issue on Monday, May 20th at 5:30 p.m.
And that's all we have tonight, Madam President.
Mrs. Mel.
Yes, Jen Porter, our administrative assistant here at the city, and I had Aaron Nason today, and also Miss O'Neill, who's going to make an announcement in a few minutes. But I just wanted to interject too that the community garden has all its gardens filled right now. But we are building more gardens, and so anyone, and it's early yet, so anyone who's interested in getting a garden, they're $25, and there's a lot of people already have gardens with a lot of expertise, so if you don't know how to garden, we'll be happy to help you. And also, then we have an announcement.
The next meeting of the Laws, Rules, and Ordinance Committee will be May 28th at 6:30.
Thank you, and thanks for today. It's really fun.
Mr. Snyder.
Thank you, Madam President. Just to make an announcement that the Emergency Services Committee will meet next Tuesday, the 21st, at 5:30 here in this room. Quick update, because I know you're all following it with great anticipation, the Emergency Services Olympics. Last week we completed the first of 9 events, the Quiz Bowl. The fire department and EMS team defeated law enforcement on the final question of the evening to take a 1-0 lead. Later this week, the 2 gentlemen sitting to my left will be competing in an ice cream eating contest. Chief Hickman has selected chocolate, and Chief Johnson has selected French vanilla as their flavor of choice. It will be 5:30 at Andy's Party Mart, if anyone is interested coming to watch that.
What day?
This Thursday, 5:30. They have strategy over here. Just a quick update on the 4th of July. Many of you helped sell and purchase the gas card, or the raffle tickets for the gas card. I didn't call anybody in this room, I apologize. But Janie Stores from Port Clinton ended up winning the $500 gas card. I can't thank the Beck family and the Friendship Food Stores enough for their participation in that. I want to say it was $2,700, $2,800 that was raised from that particular event. At the last minute, we had a community member write a substantial check with several zeros. So we will have, I'm proud to announce, we will have fireworks on the 4th of July. The 4th of July committee met the other day to talk about the other activities. Still working out some minor details of timing, but we will have the firecracker cutie contest. That will take place at Trinity United Methodist Church. If you're interested in putting a cutie in the cutie contest, it's 419-635-6106, and that contact is my wife, Marianne Snyder, 419-635-6106. Also, the fine folks at the Port Clinton Senior Center and Niagara Levesque Crosser, Toffs, and Community Market will be putting on the ice cream social. We'll have a parade this year due to road construction and some other issues. It will have a slightly different route, and we'll get with these gentlemen to work that out. But the parade chairman and contact for that is Debbie Highmore-Tester at 419-341-0378, 419-341-0378. Community band concert, we're hoping to get that going again with the folks from Terra, with help from our friends from PortClintonRadio.com. They will be broadcasting starting about 8 o'clock at night from Waterworks Park, the skate park area. And then they'll have the music simulcast with the fireworks. And at 10 p.m., Chief Johnson and his fine men and women will assist the folks from Pyrotechnico on a full fireworks display that's going to be amazing this year. And the fundraising has already started for next year, so I'm still going to hit everybody up for money. The tip from the chief this evening is going to come from the young lady behind me, Ms. Jones.
The tip from the chief this week comes from both Fire Chief